Nima, where you calling from?
Mohammed is calling from location.
Mohammed, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Oh, I'd like to extend my appreciation to my representative, Honorable Member Green Mesa. I heard last week Friday, she kept on dedicated to Sarah to inspect our road.
Okay.
So I also encourage you to continue our good work. And also, I want to inform you that I don't know the police director what he doing. Carry the police on the road running behind the Cambo with gun in their hand. I don't understand our country. They are running behind Cambo to move on the road while you are having gun in your hand. So we fighting war. Yeah, so that is my main thing I want to inform you on. Okay.
Thank you so very kindly. We really appreciate your concern this morning. Thank you. And we hope to get more calls coming in. The numbers to call 0773 419 502 0551 This caller. Good morning. Good morning. Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Pastor Ringa Kevin Saki. I call from District 6, specifically Flora Wentham community.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you now. Speak to your leader.
First of all, for the program this morning, brilliant work. Yes, we encourage us and it will help us to talk to our leaders. I want to speak to our leaders of country. If they said yes, indeed, they have not come back, or maybe sometimes the appointed time have not reached. But what I also want to say is, whenever your citizens not love you, they will not advise you, they will not say whatever you are doing that hurting them. So I want to encourage them that whatever is being said across, that they are not visiting or they are not going back, there is the time that they will go back to their people and speak to them. Tell them what is happening that they cannot see them.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, for our community, we are already inviting them. We have our challenges. Our priests have been here. The priests been here for years upon years. Whenever water flooded, nobody will cross in 2 days' time.
Okay.
So we, the community, we decide putting our hands together to construct this bridge.
Which one of the bridges you talking about?
The bridge is right before, after Sarala coming to Florida, there's an intersect. You see a new agriculture setting area on the left side. The Dusty Road are branching in. It's going a large community. There's a bridge there. That bridge is it has been a challenge for us years upon years.
Okay.
In 2023, one more Ghana trouble came and destroyed that bridge. He said in the mean that he is coming to visit. So they have begun a setback for us. So we, the community, we put together that we can construct this our bridge. But we also asking them, because our strength will not complete it. We asking our leaders. We are already writing letter to some of them. Our Prince Moe, Honorable Johnny, and our representative. We are written them letter. We are asking them.
Your representative is Merman Bridge Mensa.
Yeah.
For Salara District.
Yes. She's doing well in the community, but our side, we want to encourage us to come and help us also.
Okay.
So this program will be will be official launching this bridge on the 22nd of this month. So we are asking them to come to our aid.
Okay.
This will speak loud than what is being said. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. Let me take another caller right here. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. This is the voice of PSI in Nigeria. So glad to show.
You're welcome. Let's hear you, sir.
I want to speak to my dynamic president this morning. Mr. President, you see, everything in life got chance. The time for politics is doing campaign. During the campaign time, you promise a lot. You talk about rescue, you talk about getting rid of Zobo, you talk about a lot of things that you're going to do to bring for the issue for us. But Mr. President, what I follow exactly there, our feelings, pain we feel now is when you went to a cabinet meeting and you say promises. Mr. President, what I see now and think is this is the time of implementation. This is the time that you tell us this is the time what I've done in the way challenges. But we don't expect you now to be giving us promises. Promises to open case, promises to do this. Mr. President, please understand that we are in a state of economical wahala. We are in a kind of economical devastation. The bills are enormous. The hunger all over the place. Mr. President, your citizens are suffering. We want you to wake up and do what you have to do. And what you have to do is to solve the bread and butter issue, do some development. We are not saying now you should do all the development. But we are saying time for promises over. It's long gone. You promise all not doing the campaign. You can't say this in governing and say the promises. Promises are for opposition. Promises are for people who are coming in. But you are already in and you still promising us. So, Mr. President, I think it's all get there. I think it's about time for implementation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so very kindly. And I hope you see why it is important for us to give you the opportunity to be able to speak to your leaders. Somebody was just talking about the bridge project in Bond County. I guess it's Salada District. So this affords you the opportunity to be able to interact with them. And they're listening though. Most of them listen to Voice of Liberia. So when you speak, they hear you. And for what you say, I'm sure the guys, they're going to do something about it. So let me go to the line and take more calls right here this morning. All right, let me take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. Your name, where you calling from?
Thank you so much for the opportunity given to me this morning. Please permit me, for security reasons, I was in the building on Capitol Belly. Please permit me not to give money this morning. We got so many burning issues in our building. But I joined from Banga County this morning to the attached center. Well, let me speak to my two lawmakers from Bond County, Honorable James Colette, Honorable Fode family. Where these people have come to the House of Representatives, they have become adamant in our hands in the building. We're no longer having our own way in the building. New York, we're supposed to receive our own benefit that we entitled to. What do I mean by that? Whenever the president recall the lawmakers, we got certain benefit called special setting, which is the lawmaker can benefit and the staffers, both staffers, the central administration, personal staffers. Now, since the president recalled.
Oh, my word. We just lost that caller. And let me take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning. And thanks for the show, my brother. I'm David Ian in a call from Bedford Street. And I also like to say good morning to Sister Samurai, CEO.
Thank you. Good morning.
And thank you for giving a platform to the public to speak on issues. But you know, the 73 lawmakers of this republic, representatives, they are not in the people's interest. More especially the 55th. And the reason is very simple. Since they were elected, look at what they have done. They are fighting for their own personal gain, their own personal interest, what they can get to put in their pocket. Because they were given a specific task to remove the sitting speaker so they can benefit either from a committee or from financial gain. That is why they behave in the way they behave. Since they took over, they've been on their own, doing their own thing. So for me today, what I would say, all of the 73 lawmakers, they are wicked, they are self-seeking and greedy gods. They're only there for their own personal gain, including the district I live in, District 7. You know, when people elect you, they give you their sovereignty, which is their vote. You their own selfish and wickedness to the public. So I just want to thank you for this platform for making our voice to be here. And they will need to go back to the drawing board and do the working. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. Let me take this caller. Good morning. Too bad. This one. Good morning.
Good morning. morning.
Good morning, man. Your name, where you calling from?
Thank you. I remain the civil land basketball. The man will soon make President Puaka to resign as president in this country.
Mama, please call your neighbor.
I'm Peter Macaulay, the civil land basketball, and I join for district number 1 in Basel County.
Go ahead, give your point, Mama. Let's hear you, ba.
Let me say this. When it comes to my leader of this country, like President Puaka, for me, from the journey of President Puaka or them Kennedy Puaka, I don't have any trust in him as a leader who will transform the country that the way the past president did. There's no work in common for 42 years. I won't read you as a journalist. I don't know what you can show in it. For example, they say they turn me on Puaka at them, or they building name on a Puaka that he built, or they something before coming to the presidency. I don't want to speak on the presidency. So for people running around that this man was going to be making part of it, eating 5 times a day when we get in the country as president, company will come here, the company will wait, let's say on the beat, and today we are not seeing nothing. So for me, I believe during the campaign that the man not the record of person for the country. When they in the matter, the country will be in the toilet as we are seeing it. So President Puaka, as a president speaking to you this morning, please leave the president say and take the country over to another person, that the person will move forward and go to the election. Because your president in the presidency is just like an absentee. Nothing we are seeing. Well, we are seeing that you are traveling around with Japanese. We are seeing corruption. We are seeing people erasing themselves. We are seeing, many corruption are going on. The president want for great power. Can let me speak to him, my own leader, Senator Delo from Monterey County. Look, Senator Ayi Pastor always to Atai Center and to Federal Intellectual Center, telling the people of Pastor that you are spoiling our name in Monterey County. You are spoiling our trial name. You lied to us that 2019 you are the lie. If I declare answer,
okay.
You
Mama, you gotta be very brief now. You come and take all the time. We'll cut you off.
It takes so Senator, they know your need in Pastor that please 2029 coming will also say God bless Mama Labra save the country of the country.
Thank you so very kindly. Let me go to the line and take another caller right here. So many persons want to talk. Good morning. Too bad. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Too bad. This one is not too good. So I have to go to another caller right here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, where are you calling from, sir?
Yes, this is Professor S. Jamel Tabakon. I do join you for Grand Pastor to be precise, district number 1 this morning, respectively.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for the show this morning. And I first want to say thanks a million to the people choosing leader in President of Honorable State Environmental Balance for whatsoever he is doing for our district. Now, to regard to what my colleagues were saying at Capitol Building, Honorable Funding and that Colette, they look in the faces of those Starbucks and say, those 50% that should have been given for the escort city will be given because the budget has not been recast. How would you tell somebody that working the legislators and the Senate Starbucks work there as well, and they receive their and you promise those Starbucks to give their, then you coming up, they say they were afraid of that we say Kofa Day, that one who were yelling behind you because you were the true leader, and at the end of the day you look in the faces of the masses and telling them that there is no money there. After you told them within 2 weeks time to receive that 50%, this is very, it is bad. And at the end of the day, any chance that any other lawmaker get for any removal of Richard Nagwekun will be behind up the president automatically. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let me go to the line here and take this caller right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, where are you calling from?
This is Hussein. My name is Hussein Kew. Call all you from Jacob Fan, District number 2.
Go ahead. Let's hear you, my brother.
President Joseph Imam Parker and the Vice President in Jeremiah Kong lawmakers. So I want to use the time also to say thank you to the president for appointing qualified, competent Liberians, well experienced, who have come to change the narrative of governance in our country. So the Ministry of Finance, even in the midst of the USAID that have been cut off, the Ministry of Finance is applying every effort to ensure that our people will not suffer from such, a setback. And holding to that fact, the Ministry of Finance has started to increase the salary and benefit of security apparatus, the judges from the different courts, and even the teachers and nurses and doctors have started to receive increment in their benefit. And the Ministry of Finance also has ensured the Liberian people that we should not panic. They will do everything possible to ensure that the livelihood of our people are improved, more especially in the health sector and the educational sector of our country. So people in Liberia who think that this country will crumble, no, you should be living a dream world, because you have qualified people sitting in different sectors who are working tirelessly. They are not sitting home, they are not merry-making. They wake up in the morning and go to job and ensure that the thing they were appointed for, they can implement. So we are hopeful that Liberia, honor His Excellency Joseph Boakai, and we will achieve and we will have no regret while we elect him. We are just calling on our people to be patient. This government will succeed. No matter how things go, we will succeed. Look at the road infrastructure in the different corridors. There are road connectivity, rehabilitation, and reconstructions of different roads. And yes, of course, the government is traveling in different areas. So thanks to the president and his lieutenant, Liberia will not burn. We will succeed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly, Hossein and School. We still moving on gradually right here. Gonna get more calls coming in this morning. So many persons are calling in. And of course, we think it's important for you Liberians to be able to interact with your leaders. And this is the platform through which you can use to do that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, where are you calling from, sir?
Thank you. The name remains Emmanuel Papaika. So I come is a program for Banga City this morning.
So how's Banga this morning?
For my end, Banga is better.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Could you let me appreciate this morning for affording all the opportunity? Quickly, let me speak to our cemetery representative of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
Honorable representative, I know most of you listen to all this morning as our direct representative. Your action has turned the country into chaos. Your action has made the country to turn hard. Your action also has made the country to look ugly in the eyes and face of the international community. Honorable representative will respect you people, will vote you people. Will vote you people to make the country to look better. Please come back to your set. Nothing in the constitution called majority black and minority black. We elected you people to do the needful thing for us. But your action is disgraceful and harmful to us. But let me speak to the head of the country. Honorable President, Your Excellency President Joseph Boakai. We know that at times this thing can happen. For example, during the former regime, Madam Selita, 2 times it happened, but it never go that far. Because Madam Selita used her ingenuity. She used her influence. She was able to call for dialogue for those speakers that were rejected by their colleagues to see reason to resign and then come to normality. But under your regime, as of 42-year experience or old age, 12-year vice presidency, today you have the opportunity, the privilege to serve as president. But under your regime, we are not seeing anything that has to do with integrity. We are not seeing anything from you that has to do with political ingenuity towards the Liberian people. We all calling on you, honorable president. If you can see the speaker in which you want to work with, sending a delegate to the house of Equa Parliament, and they have been rejected, quote unquote. That tells you that the international community or the Parliament of Equa, they will not be happy with you sincerely to work with you.
Okay.
And when this is going on, investors that should come to the country to invest for the common people to benefit,
They will not have that level, that opportunity. The happiness will not be in it to come infect into your country.
Okay.
So if you listen to any minister listen to us, it's important that they call the president.
Okay.
Then he use the influence to call the majority and the minority black for a dialogue. Our country will come to normality. Let the common people let us benefit the national case. Thank you for explaining the opportunity, brother.
Thank you so very kindly. And this is what we do right here on Voice of Liberia. We gave you the opportunity to be able to interact with your leader. Let me take this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kutu, and let me say good morning to the many listeners tuning into the broadcast this morning.
What is your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is David King, and I do join you from my residence this morning.
Go ahead, David. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Kutu, I want to be very specific with my call this morning to Mr. President, Mr. Bwaka, and Mr. Bwaka. Mr. Bwaka, you told us, Liberians, that you were coming to this country to get rid of drugs, that you were coming to rescue us. But the proliferation of drugs under your leadership, it has shown to us that whatever you said during the campaign, even on one of your campaign tour in Ghana, you mounted at the podium and said, President George, we were the sole distributor of push and drugs in our country. But it seems to be that it was on the contrary. You have become the sole distributor of drugs and push in our country. Today, every young Liberian that was never taking drugs, they have become drug users now on your watch. And we have seen those that you brought to fight drugs. Drugs ran behind them and took them from offices. You carry on an investigation between the two leader of the drugs, the three leaders of the Drugs Enforcement Agency. Up to date, we do not know why you dismissed those people. We never got a conclusion of that investigation. You only said the investigation was concluded. All we heard from you that the three leaders were dismissed for no reason. If there were any reason, it was not published. We did not see it. And so for some reason, I know that the drugs ran behind them and took them from the federal offices. The proliferation of drugs on your watch is alarming. And I think what you told the Liberian people, you lied to us, and you must come back to correct whatever you have made wrong. So we are saying to you, we want you to govern well in this country because it was based upon your quote-unquote 42 years of experience that you were elected. But Liberia is coming on your watch. I listened to some of your surrogate. Say Liberia will not come, but Liberia is coming. And I believe in Mr. Gafuan because he's a professional. He's a professional man. When he comes to his job, he would not lie. He would not sugarcoat on anything.
Okay.
He would tell the Liberian people what is unfolding. He has been telling us that the road is racket, that things are not good.
Okay, man.
Recently, the EU representative were in the country. We heard what the lady said. Investors are leaving the country.
You got to summarize, brother. We need to go to our next caller, please.
Yeah, quickly. So, Mr. President, if you are hearing any kind of news, we want you to govern and start misleading our people, start misruling our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very kindly. So many persons following the Facebook Live too as well. And so we have to acknowledge these people very shortly. Let me go to the line, take more calls right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. Your name, where you calling from, sir?
Yeah, my name is Morris D. Tower, and I'm calling from St. Paul Bridge.
You're welcome, Morris. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. I wish to make a special and a humble call to President Joseph Nyuma Baka this morning. Yesterday, I heard Minister Gaffron on a talk show talking about the payment of salary to Civil 7. And I'm calling on President Baka. I work with the traditional council that has been changed to the National Council of Chiefs. Since President Baka appointed President Imale as Minister of Internal Affairs and he took over the oversight responsibility of the council, he immediately sent somebody there and they collected all the officers' key and all the workers. We have been off. We've been going to work within 8 months, and the salary for that 8 months was in the council account. The salary for that 8 months when they took out Chief Johnson Kawa from there, salaries were there every month. That salary, it was being withdrawn from there. Now that up to now, for the past 8 months, we have now taken pay. We are civil servant. If you check with the minister of the CSA, you will find out that we are civil servant. Since that time, they have not paid, or we are going to all the ministry. We are going to the house. We're going to the representative. We're going to the senator. The late Prince Johnson went to the vice president, who called on the Minister of Internal Affairs to pay, or he promised to pay, or he didn't do it. Even though he recalled for our documents, we gave those documents, he verified them, gave them back to us, but they have not paid us. All the money that was there for salary, they have withdrawn everything from there. Up to first time, they have not paid us. President Baka talk about rescue mission and the rule of law. Under the civil servant, the Minister of Labor, if you don't want a servant, whether it be a public or private sector, you pay that person for the number of years they work. Exactly. If you don't want us, you pay us for the number of years work. If you don't want us, well, we can go and sit down. But since that 8 months, as I'm talking now, I'm owing rentage. My landlord have asked me out because I can't afford to pay the rent. My children are not in school. We are calling on President Baka to see reason. If we are not civil servant, fine, then we can go. But if we are civil servant, let us pay us and let Minister Gafon see if we are not civil servants, but we have not taken pay for the past 8 months. This is 2 months now in this year. So let us justify that. And I'm calling on President Baka. The issue that is going on in the house. If Chief Johnson Kawa was at the head of the council by now, that part will have been resolved. The women who have gone there and called on them through the council. The both houses, what is going on, it will not go on. The thing they're talking about gay rights, this, that, lesbian, this, that, and all those kind of things, it's not in our culture. The council will have moved there, let the people take their gay thing and carry it somewhere, or their church, but it will not work in our country.
Okay, man.
So, for short, I'm calling on President Baka, let's see reason to pay. We, the worker of the National Traditional Council, even though we have changed it to the Chief Council, we still remain under that umbrella. You can't move the hair, and then you say you can't pay the ornament. We have not been paid. We need our pay.
Okay,
let us pay. If they say we're not working with the council any longer, then we can sit down.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. Our guest is somewhere around the traffic end. She's been caught up in the traffic, and so we will play host to her by 8:30 this morning. So we're going to take 10 more minutes to get more calls from our listeners. Good morning.
Good morning, Sekou. How you doing, my dear brother?
This is not Sekou. This is Kutu. Sekou doesn't appear on Friday.
Okay, Kutu. Thank you this morning, my brother. Thank you for the show this morning. This is the Popo Perfect from Kakata and Mikey Kante. Thank you this morning, brother. The reason for which I called this morning on the radio is to advise Baka in rescue children. It's not a rescue plantation. This is one Liberia. All Liberia. The way they rule in the country, we not speak to them. And we keep telling them that fault in an era. It is a sin to those who voted for this government to stay defending the government. The government has failed the Liberian people. The government lied to the Liberian people. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless Mama Liberia. Let God bless you, very King George Manuel. We are. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very kindly. And there are so many persons following us live on our Facebook page. We want to say good morning to Stobatus M. Yond Jr. And it says, I'm following closely from Pipeline. Philip K. Boss say, following closely from Kakata City, Bele Community, my Gibby County. John Sumud is also following. He says, good morning, my manager following you from Bopol City. But I guess it's Bopolo City. Emmanuel Side Joseph, currently following veteran media boss from Kakata, my Gibby County. Let me go to the line and take more calls. We'll come back to acknowledge you guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, where you calling from?
I'm Stanley SK Dominic from Sugarcane Farm, Grand Bassa County.
Okay, so how's sugarcane farm this morning?
Oh, already.
Yeah, this is my second time hearing about that community name, Sugarcane Farm. And I said one day when I go to Grand Bassa, my next trip to Grand Bassa, I will try to find Sugarcane Farm.
I'm usual caller on your program.
I know.
Yeah.
So go ahead and let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm calling on the president, President Boakai.
Mm-hmm.
The promises that he promised us.
Yeah.
We don't want no more promise. We want him to implement every promises that he made to us.
Okay.
We don't want no more promise. Every day away, and not away. We're India. We are hungry now. We want job. We want our road to be fixed. We want everything that he talked about. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so very kindly. More calls right here. Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Kuku Domotao.
Good morning. Good morning, my brother. Your name, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Bikena Grand Bassa County, one of Bon County finance.
I know. Let's hear you, sir.
Let me say good morning to the CEO, the most powerful CEO of Stable Sherry. Let me say, God stand by him to go in Ramadan. The Almighty Allah is with him. I will make him on the show, and we know you will come back to us. CEO, good morning. God will be with you. Allah will be with you through your Ramadan. Let me say good morning to all the friends and brothers of Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Mr. Sao, I want to get one thing to say
Mm-hmm.
to the Bon Party. You see, the people get Bon Party, which is pretty much, it's pretty much the same way he has damaged Bon Party, that Jeha is the bad to damage the country. But we tell you that the devil is a liar. Pretty much, that short word, that man are looking at what that guy for Bon Party.
No, my man, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just speak to the issue.
I'm speaking to the issue.
But on the issue that you're speaking to, my man, how you calling me and I can't name? Don't do that.
Okay, the problem there is I want you to pay attention to country. Let's pay attention to Bonka, the Kuku Double Sour. That's what I got to say.
My man, you could do me. Why you come with Kuku double?
Okay, sorry, but okay, thank you for your show.
Okay, man. Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. I'm Kutu Dapi Sao, now double. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. This is Paul NT Power calling for Grand Bassa County.
You're welcome, Paul. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you for your program on the discussion. Really, in the program, every Friday I will be happy. I'm speaking about directed. My topic went straight to chapter number 2. Representing on our team collab for Paul County.
Okay.
I just want to get a message to him. By honor, on our team collab, we are appealing to you. I come and in 1 days, 4 power for you to go to say, you know what, to Yemen, I take risks, I run check, I take people go Baba to go one country to that. Things are able to vote for you because you are fellow, you are paying on the problem or pay for the girl. With the left point there, so you can do one job, do for all. You promise all. We are appealing to him, please. We spread labor on the ground to walk away, to appeal to the people go by the station and do what he said to all, what he promised to all. To just forget about the person to, we're not saying now how to go and make crumble or the possible to there, right? We will vote for you to speak on our behalf, to come back to the German, you have to mean about this, but now the whole 50 career, he had to all what I did, the 2 of the Popongane, he didn't want, I don't know what will care. To be positive, and we're not saying that to go for in that period, they're not 40 in that 40 bar. We're not part of the or you think all you free a set of Burka was it 20 dollars at Baligo Mayor? Yes, you put what a Baligo Mayor do. You go and pocket that parent help Baligo Mayor will pop away. Then today now, we're not following her. You go in our cabin, penny your father coming each year.
Let him make a bossy do, eh? Let him make a bossy do.
We're not going to be 42 over there. They're not for you. We are not so good. We are not criminal. We follow up for all. We are appealing to him. Stop power people. You go to you know okay. I beg you go back and frame the people and promise what he's gonna do. If he gets to us, then you do so at least for 2029. But remember, time coming. And you get all the evil country in the desert. Never. But let them hope. Let them VIP back. For some people, to pass to go.
Thank you.
I pray that they come home.
Okay, man. Thank you. I'm not listening. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah. Good morning, Brother Kutu. This is Brother Bibo calling and it's the microphone for district number 5 in Ilugwa district.
No, that's Bon County, right?
Bon County, I speak to you currently in Bon County district number 5.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I highly appreciate the family of this radio station.
Voice of Liberia.
The Voice of Liberia. Well, one thing I call to appreciate is the government of Liberia. I think we as citizens of the country, we didn't make mistake by standing in the sun and go for a route or all the route of the economy to encourage our people to vote for the government. The first time in history for a groundbreaking ceremony to be done that today the county of Bapo will be connected with Bon County, the bigger bridge that have been suffering up for so many times. The government coming to encourage the development ongoing. And before I leave the land, let me highly appreciate the person of Bon County or Prince Cameroon. The men are working tirelessly, and as I speak to from the Christian community, the Muslim community, people are going from place to place to God. They are together that they get gun or drink them away for somebody to stop to make sure that educated people food can be put on their table. That deputy minister, proper minister, people on the door are working the government from place to place. They are not happy that they before. When we stood on this kind of thing, we said that they cannot happy or that kind of together to grant this. The platform of this country will be dead service to him. So thank you so much. I'm going to continue to bless the family of Brother Zira.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take 2 more calls and then we go home on this segment. Good morning.
Good morning, Sekou.
This is Kutu, not Sekou.
Yeah, Kutu. Good morning, Kutu.
Good morning, my brother. Your name, where are you calling from?
This is Magafa Temi calling from Bangapong.
You're welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. You know, one other man, one of the callers said, Primway, the same way he destroyed Bonkane, he tried to destroy, Waka government. And it is true that this young man had destroyed Bonkane. And we said it that he's going to destroy this very government. And that is what happened. That is what we face it through. All the jumping, Jim Fuller doing in the House of Representatives. It's through him, his instruction. Jim Fuller had taken the capital building to be like a company.
But somebody talking about gunning the men, then you say the men are doing nothing again?
Gunning where? That the people that sweeping his bedroom, sweeping his yard. They are the people that try to gun him. But we not even feel that he's a leader of one country. Because a leader of somebody that gunning or reconciler, can be somebody that reconcile and love people and forget.
They said the man is the godfather. The man is the godfather of Bon County, though.
He is not a godfather. He is not a godfather. Mama Bri Mesa or Mama Bri Mesa did that thing because when they talk about recalling them from the Echo Parliament, when she wanted to remain there, the house she went to beg or a free money for her to remain on the Parliament. That's the reason why she came with orally, and then the only way. She could be considered to come and tell, Bonkane people say, Primway that godfather for Bonkane. But where? Primway is only godfather for Wema Brim Mesa and people, not for Bonkane. You know, going to the legislature. The country is divided today is caused by President Bwaka. Bwaka is the one that destroyed its country today. Because as a very good leader, you were thinking with the experience that you will not allow your government to be destroyed like that. He had done it. Today, there is, separation of power of leadership in the House of Representatives. How will your government function? And the government, before your government being successful, is through the legislature. And if you come and defy the legislature, then that means how your government will be like. That is what we have come to.
Okay.
He has come and divided the country and then divided the legislature greatly. The confusion has spread up. But he doesn't even know what to say and what to do. And the phone, I mean, he running beyond. I mean, executive have recognized the running beyond. Phone is not recognized. I mean, on the world map. Look at the president when he came here on the I mean, the flag day, addressed him. I mean, leaders. And Phone said in that restaurant, he never even recognized him. Then what more about the airport parliament? So it's a disgrace to the government. The old man had disgraced the country and caused the country to suffer and insanity.
Okay.
We got nothing. We will get nothing from the government because they lie. They came to power and they remain lying to the people of Liberia and lie can solve the problem.
Okay, man. Thank you so much. Let me take my final caller on this segment. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, where are you calling from, sir?
I'm blessed of the second, the two sons of Niba. I'm calling from Banga Bon County.
So they got 4 sons of Nimatu?
Yeah, the fourth son, les meilleurs want to run as senator. He's the fourth son.
Okay, let's hear you true song.
Yeah, the truth. You know why we had a Bon County station number 2 always put on power representation. Primo was there. He was the first person to declare that district representative. The men went stamp and check the very enter the House of Parliament. Then she could have took to the Senate. I mean, it's simply myself, district number 2 of Washington DC. And today we cannot see another point in district number 2. Then she could have come into the Senate to be brought into all around. So what should they be behaving in the country? In a good. Then he see my stamp blank and say, I want to be governor for the country. How will you be governor when you are always the criminal activity in the country? You think with the people of the country trying to become governor? So that thing is not good. I'm calling upon the so-called majority chairman, which is that want to run our representative, I'm senator for Nima County. Nothing is doing for the people of Nima, and now it's to pay road for road to enter your district. Forget about that thing. The people of Nima will not vote you. We tell you that we got some other person that to become senator come by election. Because you know that either Congo is there. If the people can't refuse to vote for Kazi to vote either Congo, but you cannot become senator. You don't want to kill you and your mouth will kill Prince want to become senator. You see the demand are stupid. If you stop that thing, the party now in that you better stop it.
Okay. All right, man. Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. We have to go home right now. Sorry, I'm not going to take any call again. I'm not going to take any more caller, but this person has been on the line for a number of minutes now. Good morning.
Good morning.
You'll be our very last caller. We're going to squeeze you in.
I'm a lucky man.
Okay, so go ahead. Your name, where are you calling from?
My name is Philip Namwe. I'm calling from New Beacon, Black A.
Go ahead. Let's hear you, Philip.
Chief, I always told my lawmaker, even though I'm not in Grand Crew, Planty Kofa, he's my lawmaker. I told him, I was telling him that he shouldn't resign. The crew people, they are now a coward. Let it fixing it the way they're supposed to fixing it. Crewmen don't afraid of anybody. So I was telling, when he listened to me this morning, Planty Kofa, honorable man, do not resign. Stand your ground. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And we do appreciate all of the calls here this morning. Those of you who have been calling in and speaking to your leaders. And that's what we usually do on Friday. We give all of you the opportunity to be able to speak to your leaders directly. And it's always good that the leaders hear you speak out. Maybe I may not be, although I'm a journalist, but I may not be in all of the areas. And those of us who work here at Voice of Liberia or other media institutions may not be, at all of those areas at the same time. It becomes difficult. So what we usually do is that on Friday, we give you the opportunity so that at least you can be able to interact with your leader so that they hear your voice. Mind you, they listen to the radio, though. And it's going to be an opportunity for them to hear you speak your mind on issues of national concern, and especially those issues that are burning their chests or burning your chest too as well. Or if you can do that, you will forever hold your peace in vain. So it's always good for you to be able to express, your words to your leaders too as well. But it should be done respectfully. And so I want to say thanks to all of you who called in this morning and spoke to your leaders. We call you patriotic citizens. You know, patriotic citizens are people who stand for what they say and what they do, and they speak without fear. And that's how it is. This is our own country, Liberia. Liberia doesn't belong to a particular group of people. Liberia belongs to all of us. And it is incumbent upon us to be able to speak on issues concerning our country, be it good or bad. We have to be vocal about that. And that's why you see, we have to give you time to be able to interact, to be able to speak to your leaders directly. You put them there. They work for you. You are their employers. And that's what is important, that you speak to your employees. And this can only be done through the media. Now, if you go to any of those leaders' houses or ask you to talk to them, you may not have the opportunity to speak to them. But listen to the radio. Speak to them. And that's why we afford you the opportunity on Friday to do same. So those of you who want to speak to your leaders, I want you to hold up on Friday morning, next Friday. I'm going to be here, and it's going to be an opportunity for you all to talk to them too as well. So I want to say thanks so much to all of you who were able to call in this morning and express your concerns to your leader. Voice of Liberia is in Grand Bassa County on 95.7 FM, and in Bong is on 90.7 FM. My give it is 89.7 FM, and then Vonjaman, Lofa County, we're on 96.7 FM. You can also catch us on our website at www.voiceofliberiaradio.com. My name is Kutu Dapi Sao, and I'm still here with you this morning. We are going to take a break to be back. When we come back, we will go strictly now to join our guest. I'm told she's somewhere around the corridor. As soon as she comes in studio here, we will get strictly over to her. But let's take this break to be right back. So keep listening and don't you go away. Let's take this break and we will be right back. Located conveniently at Rana Street in Monrovia, Auto Spare Garage is your go-to destination for all your vehicle needs. Whether you drive a sedan, we handle both mechanical and electrical works on all types of vehicles. Our services include comprehensive vehicle maintenance and repair, expert body work and auto base spray with special discounts, vehicle body kits upgrade, key carpets and computer programming, wheel alignment and balancing to keep you safe on the road, and much more. No need to change your oxygen sensor for now. At Auto Spare Garage, we do hydrogen flushing for the muffler catalyst and engine with hydrogen technology. We pride ourselves on offering high quality, durable spare parts at reasonable prices, ensuring your car runs smoothly without breaking the bank. Need to know more? Contact us today at 0777 300 303, 0777 117 771, or 0888 300 303 for further information or to schedule an appointment. At Auto Spare Garage, we are committed to providing exceptional service to keep your vehicle in top shape. Visit us today and experience the best service. Auto Spare Garage, your one-stop shop for every car needs.
Mi costi manipole dell'io, besi uomini delle a questi giovani dai io. Ia de me, mi nostri manipole qua io, besi uomini muori, a questi giovani dai io. Ia de me, mua piane, wa mi tutti mani per mia, besi uomini delle io veritare io mi non rimane per io si uomini io veritare io mua tenere mua mua
All right, we want to say thanks so very kindly for rejoining us, and welcome back to Good Morning Liberia. And of course, this is Liberia's premier morning magazine program. Of course, my name is Kutu Dapisawo. I'm here every weekend to do the weekend presentation. And today we should have had in studio area someone special from the Ministry of Justice, who is also involved into gender sensitivity issues. And so because of the traffic she got caught up in, and so she has to be here very late. I want to use the word very because it's almost more than even 35 minutes. So but it's better late than never. I'd like to say good morning and welcome, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry for being late, but today is international. We have our International Women's Day celebration, so there's traffic and other stuff. But I'm here, and I'm happy to be here.
International Women's Day.
Yes, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. So what is it like? What sort of preparation you people have as it relates to celebrating the day tomorrow?
Well, we have our program at the Ministerial Complex. We have a march from the Ministry of Health to the Ministerial Complex where the program will be happening.
Okay. All right. So let's come to you. Would you mind introducing yourself to us a little bit, because people out there want to know exactly about who's the guest in studio today?
Thank you very much. My name is Onita Roberts. I'm the director of SGBV and Domestic Violence for rural Liberia at the Ministry of Justice. I serve on the Human Rights Board for Prison Reforms, and I'm also the gender focal person for rural Liberia. My office was created to support the Special Presidential Task Force for SGBV, and we travel, throughout the nation to educate our people on their rights. This office was established 5 years ago, so we go around and we make sure that everybody know their human rights. We also assist the Liberian National Police, women and children, on investigations, and we assist our partners on policies, the drafting of various policies that protect women and girls. One is the VOL, Violence Against Women in Election and Politics. The other is the Sexual Exploitation and Abuse Policy, which we are currently working on. And the office is also tasked for the development of the National Sex Offenders Registry, something that we are having conversations and working on. So last but not least, I'm also a farmer and I enjoy agriculture.
A farmer?
Yes.
But I heard you talking about so many policies you people are putting into place in order to be able to protect the rights of women.
Yes.
Particularly, I heard you talking about women. What is it? Gender is now only restricted to women. What happens to we the men?
You the men?
Are these policies going to affect us positively too, or only the women?
Yes. You guys, you know, like I said, the last time I was a caller on the radio, and I spoke to both genders. Men are the biggest, of course, perpetrators of crimes against women in the world. So we, it's not that we don't want to recognize you, but you are, your gender is the biggest perpetrators. So we concentrate on that. But you also have in our Domestic Violence Act, which was passed in 2019 by the past government, there's clauses in there that protect men. And like I said the last time, women, you want to be protected, but then you also have to also respect the men also. So, respect is relative, but men are the biggest perpetrators. Today, when it comes to SGBV, of course, because it's International Women's Day, we have over 500 men incarcerated for sexual crimes.
Okay.
And also crimes, domestic crimes. So, we hope to continue to work on that. We don't like that we have over 500 men incarcerated, but this means that we're working. The government is working. The past government, they were very heavy on SGBV. There was a lot of support coming in at that time. As you know, what's happening to our supports, especially some of us that are consultants in the government and depended highly on our partners to pay us. So, everything is in a little go slow, but as a nationalist, as a patriot, I'm here to do the Liberian people's work. Okay. So we will do it to the best of our ability.
So how is this issue of gender-based violence in Liberia? Would you mind telling us exactly some of the cases that sometimes you people receive? And what sort of approach are you putting into place to ensure that these issues are addressed?
Well, gender-based violence is always up. When it comes to rape, our highest numbers is a statutory rape, which is 17 and under. Okay. And that's worrisome. We have children 3 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old. And then we also now having a serious issues with sodomy, and we know sodomy is illegal in Liberia. So sodomy is affecting our young boys. So it's something that is quite worrisome right now. But nonetheless, the Ministry of Justice and our partners, we're still out there, the EU, UN, and we're still trying to get the messages out there and see how best we can support our survivors. Okay. And also for our perpetrators to see how best they can get some psychosocial help, because a rapist is not a normal person. Rape is not anything normal, especially some of the crimes that we see are perpetrated against our younger girls. It's really on the rise. Gang rape is on the rise. Is perpetrated mostly by juveniles. Okay. Yes. So there's a lot of worry. We're very worried in that area. You take I go to the rural areas to make sure that everything is okay. And then of course I report back, or I collaborate with the women and children at the Liberian National Police, and they work robustly to make sure that our women, our girls getting the justice they need.
Okay. So what are some of what are the most pressing challenges currently faced in addressing gender-based violence within the judiciary system?
Well, in a judiciary system, there's quite a few. We can be here all day. Yeah. One of the hindrance we had was our county attorneys. They didn't have vehicles to get around, to go to the cases, to properly go through with the cases. And I think before the holidays, the Minister of Justice made sure that every county attorney was given vehicles to get out there and do their work. Logistics in our area, you can never have enough logistics to battle SGBV. The first thing you have to look at is after a young lady or someone is raped, they go to the hospital, then they, find out what's going on. From there, we have to run around. If the person left the area for whatever reason, we try our best to follow them. We've apprehended quite a few, especially in the rural areas. It's very easy for them to run away. Okay. One of the worst cases that we had was in Nimba County, where a security guard was she was raped by 10 men, and she was 7 months pregnant. So we had to go there, give her the best help that we can. Thank God that she had the baby. So, we're trying our best, but finances, funds, everything is limited. But we're hopeful and we pray. Government is continuity. So whatever the past government started, this government is working, towards it, and we'll pick it up and see how best we can do. Our area in Liberia, which is human rights, is void of politics. We don't care what party you belong to. If you commit a crime against any woman, girl, anyone, we will come after you. If the Ministry of Justice or the LNP can handle it, then we get a lot of noise from our partners. What's happening, what's going on. So yes, this is not a political area. This area is welfare. This area, yes, is to make sure everyone in the community, you don't know when your family member will be next. So we don't treat it lightly. Whatever little resources we have, we try our best to make sure that our citizens, our women and girls, are taken care of.
You also serve on the Human Rights Board.
Yes.
For the Prison Fellowship.
Yes.
Now, how does the Human Rights Board approach the issue of GBV in prisons, and what reforms are being proposed to improve the situation?
Okay, so for the GBV in prison, once many times when the perpetrator apprehended, there are different ways to handle it. Depends, it's in different categories. We have over 23 different categories of SGBV crimes. Okay. But for prison, of course, you go in. We try to find out, talk with some of the perpetrators to find out what is it. And I can tell you that from over the years, over 5 years, 7 years, a lot of our perpetrators need psychosocial help. Yes, this is a psychological thing. Some of them is power.
Okay.
Our culture also have a lot to do with it, where we do this thing jokingly, but some people take it to the next level, where that's my little wife, or that's my husband. Mm-hmm. That child don't stay 10 years old. So we say in one of our messages, we say, don't allow anybody to call your daughter her, his wife, or call your son
or husband,
because, sometimes we think that's where, the crime originates from. When it comes to a reform, we try our best in the prison system to basically find out what's going on. We are the prosecution in arms, so we try to find out what's going on, hear the case. And it's not all the time that the men are guilty. You are accused, and then until you're proven guilty. So we try to go through it. Our county attorney, he is the magistrate, all of them, they are very, very hard on us as far as what's happening in prison. Our prison board also is comprised of over 28 or 30 partners, starting with USAID, UNDP, SHED, lawyers, independent human rights. So we have a whole lot of us that sit there on a regular basis. Recently, we've gotten FAO, which is going to basically look into the problems of food security in the prisons. So hopefully we can do that. And then from my end, for our SGBV perpetrators, if you are found guilty, then the end game for you that you should be documented, put into our database. So just in case you happen to go to another country, they can know know who you are. Okay. This crime, it's something that the person take with them everywhere they go. So it's unfortunate in the entire world. In the entire world, we only have 18 sex offender registry. In Africa, we only have 3, which is South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria. And hopefully Liberia could be the 4th country, the 2nd in the sub-region, to have a national sex offenders registry to protect our women and girls and our children. Yes.
You're talking about women protection, and which is very, very much important in our society right now, because that also helps to also stop the issue of rape and what have you. Yes. But have few people putting in policy to also be able to stop women from enticing men?
When you say enticing, you have to be a bit specific.
Maybe the way they dress and all the kind of thing, because sometimes men get,
yeah, I like that. I like that. And I think you're trying to just rustle the feathers here. Yeah. We say a woman, it doesn't matter how she's dressed, it's a crime. It's a crime. If somebody leave their door open and you enter and you steal, you are rogue. So even if a woman is walking around naked, you're wrong. You should be able to control yourself, because if you don't control yourself, you might find yourself in jail. So the way a woman dress is not an excuse. Okay, so the babies that are being raped, how are they dressed? Who are they enticing? So that's why we go back down to the whole psychosocial part of this rape business. Yeah, a little baby, a little 5-year-old girl, 3-year-old girl, 7-year-old girl. She even have no breast. She don't have anything. So why would you do that crime? So we are over 3 million. And if we have maybe 1,000 a perpetrator is a lot, is a pandemic. But we have other countries that have thousands. You take a country like what I just visited, which was Burkina Faso, where they have like 12,000. They're over 22 million. So that's over 12,000 women that were raped. Yes, the president is doing great as far as infrastructure and trying to make them self-sufficient. But then we will continue to preach in the entire Africa, in the sub-region, that don't forget about our women and girls. Remember them. They are being abused. Some can speak up, some can't speak up. In our own country, in our counties, there are different counties that are known for different sexual crimes. We look at Grand Kitma County, where I'm from, where my family's from, and there's a lot of child marriages. There's a lot of statutory rape out of Grand Kitma County. As we know, Montserrat County holds the highest number, but as we go down to the counties, Kakata, yes, they have numbers. When we get to Bunk County, where domestic violence, it's terrible there.
In Bunk County?
Bunk County and Bumi. Bumi County is the capital for domestic violence. They get a lot of domestic cases. And Bunk County, a lot of women lose their lives. And I told you the last time that some women have retaliated. They have killed the men. So we have them in jail because it's murder. But then we investigate what would make someone kill. So SGBV, domestic violence, it's a problem. Some women has lost their lives. The gentleman that killed the lady out there in Duburu. Mm-hmm. So, we'll continue to advocate for women's protection, especially on a day like this, where we're celebrating International Women's Day. Mm-hmm. We ask our men, we're men and women, we're supposed to love each other and help each other and not make each other feel bad. So sometimes we do it, do it subconsciously. Sometimes, different things make us react. But the last thing you should do is to harm anyone.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you share any recent initiative or programs, perhaps that have been successful in supporting victims of SGBV?
Well, the Ministry of Gender, we have our SGBV unit, which is on Capitol Hill, and then we have the Gender Ministry, which is in charge of welfare. So if you are raped, that's where you will go to get help. If it need be for us to put you in a safe home, then we try to arrange it to get you there to safety. But there are measures, we're out in the communities working. We try to advocate as much as we can. We have some of our women going over to the women's celebration in overseas. So we wish them a lot of luck. They will go and make our case over there, and we will have more partners that think that they should support us further in fighting SGBV, domestic violence, and violation in human rights.
Okay, so folks, we're right here, and of course we're playing host to Onita. Is a counselor? Can I say counselor?
I'm not a counselor.
Okay. So we're playing host to Onita Roberts, and she comes from the Ministry of Gender Justice.
Yes.
And they are the ones involved into gender sensitivity issues, and so she has come to talk more about that. Pretty soon we'll open the line so that we can get your reaction right here. Perhaps you want to ask us a question. We're going to give you the opportunity to do so. So if you're there, you can call us on 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502. Or better still, 055-184-711, 055-184-711. And for all of the females, you can call us on 077-494-746, 077-494-746, or better still, 0886-698253, 0886-698253. So if you're having problem with maybe should I say sexual-based violence, or what have you, maybe somebody in a community is bothering you sexually, or what have you, and you want to reach out to them, you can also call us and ask your question. So right here this morning, call us on 077-3419-5. That's 077-3419-502, 077-3419-502, 055-184-711. And for all of the females, you can catch us on 077-494-746, 077-494-746, or 0886-698253. So while we are awaiting our calls, have you been able to receive complaints from females concerning harassment from men, and what have you? And what have been your approach towards this issue?
So that's that category would be SEA. So it's sexual exploitation and abuse. Currently, we did a consultation in 5 counties to educate our people about SEA, and we're getting ready to complete our policy to be taken over to legislature for approval. SEA, sometimes for me, I say it's a pathway to SGBV. Now, SEA is basically we say no. We say no for sex for grades. We say no for sex for a job.
And the sex for grade is very common in our community.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And in the rural areas, it's worse. You have a county like Nimba County, where we have when I went along with the UN team, where we have a thing they call their drop for 90. So the girls have to sleep with the teacher to get a 90 average, or they have to pay for grades. Some of our boys also complained about being harassed. Being harassed in the communities in our mining areas where we have a lot of expats that work in those areas. And some of them, not all of them, but some of them, perpetrate on our boys and our girls. Offer them, I will send you to school, I will buy you a motorbike, stuff like that. If you want to help somebody, help them. You don't have to they don't have to give do a sexual favor or do something for them to receive something. Look, we are a poor nation and we need the help. All of us, myself sitting here every day, sometimes you don't have it, you have to ask your friends to help you out because you don't want to steal or you don't want to do anything against your spirit. But it's rampant. It's rampant when somebody, many times somebody go to this uncle that said he's going to pay your tuition, and then you get to the uncle start looking at you some kind of way. Yes, or you getting big, or you go, excuse me. Yes, you saw me the other day before you told me to come here. Now, I'm getting, come sit down on my lap. Or can't give me a kiss here or whatever. No, you want to help somebody, you help them. So SEA also, there are women that perpetrate SEA. Women that are in high positions, women are human beings too, So a nice looking guy might come in. I had a case before, and I've had several complaints where it's different when a woman is being harassed. Sometimes we laugh at it when people are being harassed sexually, and you go complain. You might go to your boss and say, "Boss man, this lady, the way she touching me, the way she talking to me, I don't like it." You might be a married man.
It's not really common in our society.
It's common, but you guys don't report. You're too macho. You're African men. You're men. If it happened, sometimes for some of you, it boosts your ego. She's looking at me. She like me. She's looking at me. Yeah. But the bad part about it, when you don't reciprocate, when you don't return, because some of these women, some of them are older women, and you might be a younger guy, and if you don't return the favor, your office space or your school area, wherever you work, will become very toxic and uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yes, where you'll be picked at by this person. The person might verbally just attack you because you did not, give in to their advances. So SEA, we concentrate on that. We say no. If the person is qualified, let them have the job. You shouldn't be, for gender based, it shouldn't be, men should be in this area or women should be in this area. Right now at the UN, we talk a lot about generation equality. We want everybody to be equal. In my area, I say gender equity, where we work together, side by side. We have this song, our famous song from the Ministry of Gender, side by side, side by side. So we want to work together in order to make sure that SEA don't happen. It's very disheartening for our young people.
So when you receive these kind of cases, what do you do?
SEA cases, first, are the hardest to investigate. The person have to be caught in the act. Sexual harassment cases are very hard. We saw the other day one of our officials, and there was videos been circulating about a young lady accusing him of harassment or rape. Now, it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, Kutu did it, because we do it. Women, for different reasons, some people might lie on you or whatever, but that person have to be found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay. For you to, we do this thing so loosely, where we go to Facebook and we take it to Facebook and we start to talk about it, and then what happens is it compromises the investigation. Okay. SEA, I tell anyone, if you have been harassed by someone, right now everybody have a smartphone. You know, if that person is coming and you feel that that harassment is going to be, the person is going to come and say something to you or touch you inappropriately, then you want to find way to record that person. You want to bring it up to our attention. We will call the person along with the Women and Children Liberia National Police, and we will question you. Many times we will caution you and let you know that we know if you're caught in the crime, then you will be incarcerated for the crime.
Okay. Yes. All right. So call us on 0773-419-502. We got limited time to be right here. 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711, 0555-184-711, 0773-419-502. And we've been encountering a little problem with our cash giveaway this morning. I think it's okay right now. And for those of you who want to play the cash giveaway, you can dial star 799 star. Let me see whether I can get the code here this morning. The code here for this morning. You can dial star 799 star 20 hash. You're gonna play with $200 Liberian and stand a chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. And it's right here this morning on Voice of Liberia. Or maybe if you have USD in your mobile money wallet, you can also play with $1.50 and stand the chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. And it's right here on Voice of Liberia. Let's hope we're going to get some calls coming in this morning. We're talking gender issue here, and I think it's important that you call in this morning. The number once again, 0773-419-502 or 0555-184-711. Those are the numbers to call this morning. We will be very, very glad to get your calls coming in so that you talk to Onita Roberts, and she's right here with me this morning in the studio. We're talking gender issue here, and I think it's important that we talk about it. Finally, before we can go, I want us to talk a little bit about this issue that has to do with the school campus and what have you, because this is one of the things that is very common now in our society. Almost all of the campuses you go, most of them, you will find this kind of thing happening. You know, teacher harassing girls, students for grades, and you just name the rest of it. So yes, tell me more about this kind of issue.
Like I said, SEA is one of our biggest problems. I think that's why the UN thought it was time to do a policy.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if there's no policy, then there's no prosecution for the case. So our SEA policy, like I said, and we are working on it. Yes, we need to get into the communities and the schools and do more promotion, you know, speak to our youngsters about SEA. So we're still you know, still have to do the education for SEA. We have our Ministry of Justice, human rights defenders, which, you know, go out, we go to the different counties and monitor the situation, and hopefully we'll see. Like I said, SEA is very hard. Sexual harassment means one of the hardest crimes to prove. With exchanging money for grades, our students, you go to school to learn. You know, when I speak about SEA, I say this. It doesn't make any sense to pay your tuition or your family pay your tuition. You go to school, you don't know the work, but then you find a corrupt teacher that is willing to take money from you and give you a passing grade, or a very bad teacher that would ask you for sexual favors and then to give you a good grades. It doesn't do anything for you, because after you graduate, you will be expected to perform in your office or you be expected to perform. You know, a lot of times when our youngsters graduate, they do internship.
Exactly.
You know, in different organizations. So when you go to do this internship, you're looking to get a job after this internship. So if you didn't learn anything there, or you don't know anything what's going on, you cannot even write a friendly letter. Your boss may ask you to type something, you can't, because you sat in class and didn't learn anything. So how are you gonna really perform? So you're gonna find that you're gonna have a harder time in society, getting along in society, because you just paid your way, or you just lie down for your, you know, for your grades.
Okay.
So we say, no, if you are approached, you should bring it up, go to your HR department. Most of our ministries have gender focal person. In our schools, through the Ministry of Education, we have guidance counselors that you can go and speak to and let them know, you know, what's going on. But SEA is something that should not be encouraged. It makes people feel very uncomfortable in different atmospheres, especially when you, even sometimes, even if you agree to have sex with a person or whatever, it still doesn't mean that you're going to be comfortable in that atmosphere. So we say, you know, we just basically say, you know, I'm not interested. And if you're being harassed, then you should bring it up to someone's attention so that person could be spoken to.
Okay. All right. So let me go to the line and take a few interaction quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name, where you calling from?
This is Perfect Booker from Okante.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I listened to your guest. I'm still listening. The question I want you to ask was, they new thing we're carrying Liberia. They say men and men, woman and woman. Our children, they go into those churches. And now, if the reverend or the bishop say, they want my son, then how are we going to handle it? And this thing, just the ministry know about it. They Sunday, they arrested the pastor, they put him inside. They know about it. They're not only talking about men and woman, men and woman. Not a woman and woman, men and men. So that one, sir, is that there. So because that one is a very strange thing.
Okay.
We used to that one.
Okay.
So the ministry is saying they allow that one, let them tell us. Then we too will know how to educate our children. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. Sorry, our line was our lines here were deactivated. We've already activated the line, so you can keep your calls coming in now. 0773-419-502. Or better still, 0555-184-711. And for the cash giveaway, I need 10 persons to keep their interest coming in. 10 persons play the code again, the *799*20#. You're going to play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 and stand a chance of winning 25,000. And right here, right there, the countdown is on. Let me take more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Labria.
Good morning, my brother. Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Johnson Kuyakon from Banga City.
You're welcome. Let's hear you quickly.
Just my concern I feel to the studio girl, the lady in the studio. She made mention that the female dress code was a good example that if you need to open anybody enter, then the person be responsible. And then for my wife is that you leading of the open also you are responsible because the leader of the open you invite anybody to enter there. And then the women's dress code. Your dress code to represent you. The way you dress, how to classify the kind of human being you are.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for me, that is what you are saying. You are trying to defend it, but we are now in the way. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so very kindly. We're going to take another caller right here on 0773-419-502-0555-184-711. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from?
My name is Alex Esum. I'm calling from Banga.
You're welcome, Alex. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Your name
Alex, please cut your receivers off.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, you got to cut the radio off. You will still get us through the phone.
Yeah, it's off right now.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you, Alex.
Good morning, Madam.
Good morning.
Yeah, Madam, my daughter was raped last year, somewhere around June.
Yes.
The moment the guy did it, he escaped.
Mm-hmm.
All the person is still alive, but I took my daughter to the hospital, specifically at the Jean David Hospital. They did all the checking.
Yes.
And they treated her.
Yeah.
And the police did the documentation. My question to you is whether this guy can be arrested after 3, 4, 5, even 10 years and be taken over to the Justice Ministry for justice. That's my question to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Onita will answer your question later on. She's taking notes. But let's take a few calls quickly, and then we will join Onita right here so that at least she can be able to respond to some of the concerns coming from you all this morning. 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711. This line. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, my dear brother. Let me say good morning to the host and let me Robert Political Slatan Ibrahimovic. I call you this morning from the Congress City in Congo.
Go ahead.
I'm extremely disappointed this morning in the President of the Republic of Liberia, in Mr. Joseph Boakai. My disappointment is about his extreme loss and fake information and giving Liberian people a quote unquote he had 45 years experience.
Oh man, we're talking about gender issue here. We're not on the politics. Good morning.
Good morning, Kudu.
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, this is my guy from Bangabong.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, you know, I just in the studio there because all of the time they talk about gender, and today because of the gender issue, only outside because I don't know how they thinking and then to advise the done.
You coming in distorted. Can you change your location, please?
Yeah. Okay. You can get me clear?
It's quite improved. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. I'm asking them, what are they doing to talk to our women today to talk, know how to live with men, how to respect men in the home, because we see a lot of our young girls today that women all around. Men leaving them with children, 2, 3 children, and they suffer and it causes them to go in the street.
Okay.
And because of some of them behavior, how they educated them how to live with men and how to respect men.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me take this caller right here. Good morning. Too bad. This one. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Ernest, and I call you from Lookinda.
Go ahead, Ernest, quickly. Let's hear you.
Good morning. I say thanks for the show, but my concern happened during the violence against men. Yesterday was reported from Maryland, our lady named Ruth Tier.
Violence against men?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, yesterday in Maryland County, squeezed her boyfriend testicles. They got nearly died. Only because she said the man went out to watch football game and stayed there late and he came. And the only thing she could do was to join the man, squeeze the testicles. Now, violence against men. So what are they doing about it?
Okay. Thank you. She will address that issue. I'm going to take 2 more calls and then we'll go over to Onita now, who will respond to some of the concerns that are coming from you all this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, where are you calling from?
Yeah, the name remains Sam B. That's only from Paradise Falling.
Go ahead, Sam. Let's hear you.
Yeah, and good morning to the 2 people I've never done it. Yeah, I'm listening to your studio girl saying that if you leave your door open, you know when you go to the bar market, everything you go and check.
So I wanted to want your graph on all the things you almost said. I wanted to do OP being your graph on there.
That's why I'm all the rape cases.
Oh, no problem.
You go at 70 or 40 years old, you open your door, you go. That won't happen. You should know yourself better. And people say 40 dress unnecessary.
Okay.
So anybody can take advantage of you. So the women have to learn to dress properly. Only in Nigeria now it's happening. For all whatever, people have to dress better than women. And it's great here to come now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very kindly. We're going to take our final caller and then we can go over now to Onita, who will respond to these concerns from our listeners here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from?
I'm William G. Smith calling from Kano City, Gamba County.
Go ahead, Williams. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to our mother in studio.
Thank you.
We all know that rape is a felony crime, but equally so, I'm asking my mother that we have something in the penal law called indecent exposure.
Yes.
Contributory negligence.
Yes.
Yes, and it is true that the greatest supersede according to law. But equally so, I want our mother to also lecture or advise our sister or mother on this churches too.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Chief. Thank you. You got some legal background, eh?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you so very kindly. So, folks, that's it. I'm not going to take any call again. That does it. I'm not going to take any call again. So, Anita, let's hear you.
So, thanks to all the callers. Let me say that the first caller asked about sodomy. Sodomy is against the law. Okay? We know there have been a lot of talk about, the church and, this whole thing. Look, for us, whatever you do behind your closed door, and if you're adults, we don't have anything to do with it. Now, if you're an adult and you report that case to us, then it's a case. We don't wake up in the morning and ask people who raped you today, who beat you. But if you report a sodomy case to us, it's against the law. Sodomy is totally against the law. So whatever other people are discussing when it comes to the violation, that's what we look at as far as the Ministry of Justice is concerned. Okay. Now, the next caller talk about dress code. We've gotten, I think, 3 callers that talked about dress code.
And I think I made mention of dress code too as well.
Yes, you are the first one to get the ball rolling about dress code. Yeah. Ladies, a little while ago I spoke to some young ladies about professional care, hospitality. Yeah. And I also spoke about dress code. Dress codes are not for everywhere. Normal day Liberia was just different. You'll not see anybody walking around with backings, short shorts, especially on a Sunday, on Broad Street. Yeah. Those things, they were in the community. You were doing some work around there, you were walking around
in the fact, the people used to wear those things under their clothes.
Yes.
They were not exposed.
My brother, it is out the bag. And the men, you just have to be strong. You have to be strong, because some of those wokos that those people put in, skin tight, it's not easy. But please just look at it and look off, because they have some women, they just must expose their body. They just have to wear some provocative clothing. The world has changed, and everything. You see it on social media, you see it all over. It's not only happening in Liberia. When it comes to dress code, what I tell young ladies, be security for yourself. The police, it cannot be everywhere. When you go to places, be aware of your surrounding, especially some people that like to wear these, they got these little thin dresses, the Chinese dress, where you wear, some people might not even wear backings underneath or anything. Somebody can easily pull that dress up. That person could be drunk, that person could be on drugs, that person could be a person with psychological problems. Exactly. So what we say, we cannot come to to you and tell you what to wear for your closet every day. In the workplace, be careful, be careful to your skirts, how short they are, if you're supposed to have on proper bras, your body parts shouldn't be provocatively, out there. So we just tell you, be security for yourself. And the dress code, yes, some of the dress codes that we see, we have to close our eyes, but you know how we are in Liberia, everybody know everything. So you go to that person by dress code, you buy my clothes, you won't buy my clothes, I can dress any way I want to dress. So from our end, we just say, dress the way you want to dress, but please be aware of your surrounding. And for the men, don't let those clothes, those cheap clothes or whatever entice you. Because if you rape, you will go to jail.
Exactly. Okay.
Respect for men, a gender issue. We have come a long way. This is Africa where men are supreme. Now, women, I don't know what's going on. I know we talk about gender equality and gender equity. We don't say gender abuse. Yes, we say equality and equity, which means working together. If you are married, I mean, even me, my husband, sometimes I put on some outfit and he said, "That you'll just be looking, what's wrong? Just be looking like, I think that one is too short. Or this one, shouldn't you put on a bra with that one? Or shouldn't?" So, your men, the man is embarrassed. Some men are very embarrassed about how their women dress.
But they don't express them.
But they don't, because they might get cursed out, or the woman might yell at them or whatever. They want to keep, peace in a home. But we have to respect. If we say we're going to be in relationships, we have to respect how the men feel. We are traditional women. We are not American. Even America said they still have their own tradition. Every country have. And we are African women. We were raised to respect our men. And respect, like I say, is relative. Our men, they have to respect us too. Last week, we spoke about respect. Where the woman, she totally disrespected the man. And I said it was wrong. I called her out on it. But our men have to respect us too, especially our older men that feel that they have arrived in society. You want respect, daddy? You have to give respect. So, let it be mutual. And let's just respect each other. The violence against men. I don't know. You see, the gentleman talk about the lady squeezing the guy's scrotum, right? It's wrong. It is so wrong. First of all, that's the most sensitive area on a male's body. It's the most sensitive. What if somebody kick you on your breast or grab your breast, in a way, because sometimes you can grab somebody's breast and it can go off, It's wickedness. I don't care what that man did, whether he went out, whatever he did, that lady is going to be prosecuted. This is the second time we've had a case. I've heard a case in the past government. We had a case like this and she was arrested. I think, there was some party. I think even he pardoned her. He went, your man. He went and begged for her, after, I think he went and begged. There was a man that lost his life. And the lady was, incarcerated for murder. So, it's wrong. I said it the last time when I called. If there is a domestic problem, take a walk. Go to your neighborhood, say, oh, you're not crying late. Sometimes when you talk it out, it can help. But when you keep it in there, you just react on it, it's wrong. It's totally wrong. The last caller, I think they spoke about the dress code business is again in indecent exposure. I think this thing is really bothering a lot of our men, especially those new Chinese tights. The new tights when they got pause. No tights, no skin tight. Then you might be from Lofa County, carrying it, you might be from Port County. How our women are beautiful, So when you do it like that, and you just come outside, you confuse the men. The men too, they get confused. But I will continue to caution our men. Don't get confused. Sometimes devils can be in red dress, enticing you. Yeah. So don't let the devil entice you for you to do the wrong thing. They want to dress that way. Hopefully, we hope that they will grow out of it. Yeah. But as they get older, they will grow out of the whole gladly dressed thing. Okay. Bathing suits are for the beach. Okay, short shorts. We try to keep it in the community. We don't want to. Your body can also be. Somebody say, oh, the woman of her body is offending me. So we don't want offenses. So we ask everybody to please, let's respect each other. When it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to SGBV. Our cases are going up. I had a conversation the other day with the EU ambassador at Monrovia Week, and she said, I was talking, I said, we had last month we have 111, and this one we have, we have 153, we have 300, 500. She said, the people are reporting. So what it means that all of us, all of you that's on the radio, that constantly talk about it, awareness. For me, there's no magic wand to get rid of SGBV or to get rid of domestic violence, to get rid of sexual exploitation and abuse, but awareness. And we'll continue with the little bit that we have. Would our government empower us? We hope that we can get to all the communities, and in the communities, you are also police. You can be police in your community. We have the WebNet women that have arrested quite a few men, for violence. So we want to protect each other. Women, don't beat and curse the men. Men, don't beat and curse the women. Let's not beat and kill each other. Let's love each other. Liberia is the only country that we have. We would discuss everything that's happening, but it's all of us. Some of us, we returned here, we came back to help. The Madam Salif called us back. The past government, CDC, they, encourage us. Now the rescue mission, they have to continue to encourage us and empower us so we can go out there and do the government's work. Void of politics.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your departing comment quickly, because we have to usher in our next guests.
My departing comment is thank you. It's very good on a Friday, like I told you, whatever it is, if you have something, cases, whatever you want to discuss, we can discuss it. Or maybe the next time we come, we would speak about the ritualistic killings that are going on.
Exactly.
In Lofa, we're doing Lofa because we have 3 ritualistic killing that went on that we're going to go and investigate. So that is on the rise. We don't know for what reason, but we're going to go to the various counties that we're getting, reports from, and hopefully we can find out what's going on. My parting comment is a happy International Women's Day to all the women in the world, to our he for she's. You are he for she, to the men that support women and protect women. We have Sekou here, my old friend. We all worked together when I was on ELBC, and we worked together because I hosted a women's program for a few years, and I'm glad that
you will bring that program back here.
Oh, well.
We'll come and send you the letter. Pretty soon you will get it.
No problem.
Yeah.
Sekou, no, we come together to fight under one accord, and we want to continue. Like I said, we are colleagues, and I'm happy that he's given Liberians a voice. A voice for them to speak in whatever way they want to express themselves. I listened this morning to you guys. You have a segment where it says speak to the president. That's good. We constantly need to say what's on our mind. We don't need to keep it in. Currently in Liberia, there's a lot of psychological issues going on.
Seriously?
Yes. On Thursday, the AFL launched their mental facility there at EBK with the police. Also, the police also engaging 101 and the IG for our psychosocial problem with the police. Sometimes I think some of our security, but we have AFL, we have police, and EPS high on our agenda, but it's for all the security apparatus because they fall under joint security. So we want to talk. We don't need this chaos with the motorbike drivers. There's human rights issues that's involved with that also. We don't want the tugging, the fighting back and forth. It doesn't look well on social media where we see police fighting army fighting police, motorbikes attacking police. No, we don't want that. So we're trying to get a peaceful nation, and in order for it to be peaceful, we have to respect each other.
Okay.
So psychosocial wise, we hope that all our security agencies come together and speak. In the past, we engaged some of our security people, and will continue to engage them to engage, and when they approach our citizens, to know that everybody is not operating on the same mental. So you, as a security person, you have to take a little bit more caution and have a little bit more patience. No, bike drivers don't attack the police. Police don't attack AFL. AFL don't attack the police. I told them the last time when me and some of them were speaking, I said, the police, if they went through the whole thing with the AFL guy, it was wrong. AFL, you should not, they should not say, oh, we're investigating. We're not sure it was AFL people. It was people that were in Green or whatever. It still doesn't send a good message, because then it said it was AFL, right? So we want everyone to, the country, we're going through a lot of hardship. You'll see what happened when you said now, take their money and everybody is sad. So we need to just relax and see how best we can farm. Yes, go to your farms, my people. We got to feed our people and just love each other more.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, Unita, it's been a pleasure. We hope to get you back here someday so that at least we can expand more on gender issues.
Much obliged, and thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes.
Malaika, nakupenda malaika, ningekuwa madiwe, ningekuwa dada, nashindana madisi nawe, ningekuwa malaika, nashindana madisi nawe, ingekuwa malaika. Pesa sasumbua roho yangu, pesa sasumbua roho yangu, kami nifanye chini kijana mwenzio, nashindana madisi nawe, ingekuwa malaika, nashindana madisi nawe, ingekuwa malaika.
All right, and so we have to go home right here on the second segment of Good Morning Liberia. Like I said, we've been encountering a little problem with our cash giveaway system, and it's activated right now, so you can keep playing the cash giveaway. The code to that is *799 *20#. You're gonna play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 and stand a chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. And it's right here on Voice of Liberia. We should have played host to Obel Jiba as pronounced earlier yesterday, but we haven't seen his presence here on the compound of Voice of Liberia, because we have to do a little bit of adjustment, because the traffic thing sometimes it embarrasses our guests. If you have to be on time, meaning the traffic will definitely obstruct your operation, or maybe your flow of coming. That's what happens sometimes when you experience this kind of thing. But be as it may, we're still right here this morning. We will prioritize the cash giveaway for those of you who really wanted to play this morning but never had the opportunity to do so. We have to prioritize the cash giveaway this morning. So this morning we're gonna give out we're gonna give out some money, especially to people those who have been playing, the cash giveaway, but have not been fortunate to win. Today, we will give them some money so that at least it can help to motivate them to play more. That's how it is. So we're going to call the first person. We will call the first person here this morning. Let me see whether I can establish contact with the first person. We're going to give that person 1,000 Liberian dollars. So I'm going to establish contact with that person right here this morning, and the phone is ringing. Good morning. Good morning. Can you get me? Good morning. I'm fine. My name is Kutu Daipisawe, and I call you from Voice of Liberia. You see, your name is who? Cecilia, where are you calling from? Where am I talking to you from? From Soul Clinic. Okay, you've been playing Voice of Liberia Cash Giveaway? Let me put you on speaker, Cecilia. You've been playing Voice of Liberia Cash Giveaway, Cecilia?
Yeah.
And when was the last time you ever played a cash giveaway?
Somebody last month.
Okay. All right. So congratulations. We have sent you 1,000 Liberian dollars to encourage you to keep playing. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. The money is already in the phone. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to encourage you to keep playing the cash giveaway. All right. All right, thank you, Cici. We really appreciate you playing the cash giveaway, Cecilia, and this is our own way of motivating you to keep playing the cash giveaway this morning. And so we're still right here. I'm going to call the next person. I'm going to call now the next person. Let me see who's going to be this person. Let me see. Let me see who's going to be the next person right here. The phone is going through. The call is going through. The phone is ringing. I'm going to call the next person. And I hope this person is going to pick up. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Kutu Sawe, and I call you from Voice of Liberia. What's your name, sir?
I found this morning.
What is your name? That's what I said.
Moses.
Moses, you been playing Voice of Liberia Cash Giveaway? All right, Moses, congratulations. We sent you $1,000 to encourage you to keep playing, okay? The money is in your phone. You saw it, right? Okay, Moses. Thank you so much. he said last night I was gossiping, and I said, no, they wanna. I can't do any other thing. I give away the whole process. Okay, Mo, thank you so much, and we hope you keep playing the cash giveaway. This is our own way of encouraging you to keep playing. I'm going to dial the next caller number right here. I'm going to dial this next person number. I'm going to dial the next person number. And let's see whether we can put call to this person right here this morning.
Subscriber, please be informed that the number you're trying to reach is currently switched off.
And the rule says we should put the call 2 times to the person. So that's what we're going to do.
Subscriber, please be informed that the number you're trying to reach is currently switched off.
And this person number is off. We just can't go for them. And so we have to we have to now keep playing the cash giveaway. And the code to that is star 799 star 799 star 20 hatch. You're gonna play with $200 and stand a chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. Star 799 star 20 hatch. You will play with $200 or $1.50 USD and stand a chance of winning 25,000. So I'm going to take 5 persons, and the countdown is on. 5 persons. I'm going to take 5 persons here who will play, and those 5 people, each of them got to play three times. Each of them got to play three times, and that's the only way we will be able to reach the threshold for draw. So each of you will play three times right here. Then of course we'll be able to do our next draw right here this morning. So the code again is star 799 star 20 hatch. You're gonna play with $200 Liberian and stand a chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. And it's right here on Voice of Liberia. And let's hope you all are there having a wonderful time this morning. We're going to have a wonderful time this morning on the radio. And my name is Kutu Dapi Sawo. We're still right here with you all. And I'm glad it's going to be so fascinating on Voice of Liberia. So the cash giveaway is on and the countdown is on. We got roughly 15 more minutes to go on the show here this morning. So within the 15 minutes time, I hope we're going to get our first draw right here. So the code to play again is star 799 star 799 star 20 hatch. Play with the star 799 star 20 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 and stand a chance of winning 25,000. So like I said, I need 5 persons to play, and each of those people, each of the 5 persons will play 3 times. Just play 3 times, so that at least we can be able to hit the threshold right here and then do our first draw on the program. Sorry, this morning we've been having a little bit of problem with the system. And so we could not announce the cash giveaway, but it's rectified right now. So I think it's important for you to send in your play entries so that at least you can form part of the draw here this morning on Voice of Liberia. So we try calling the last person, but unfortunately for us, the person number is off. And so whether your number off or not, the money is already in your phone, so you can make use of the money in your phone. Okay, so but we just send that money so that at least it can be able to encourage you to keep playing the cash giveaway. So I mean, people are playing now. I see the figures are changing gradually, so I'm still awaiting the 5 persons to complete the playing, and then we can do our next draw right here. One person has already played. One person has already completed the playing 3 times. We hope that the second person will go on, play 3 times, the third person 3 times, and then the 4th person 3 times. And later on, the 5th person can also play 3 times too as well. So it's right here on Voice of Liberia. Keep your entries coming. Keep your play entries coming. The code again is star 799 star 20 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars and stand a chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. So $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 USD automatically give you the chance of winning 25,000. Can you imagine? So you can take advantage of this golden opportunity and be a part of the draw too as well. So 2 persons have already played. So we need 3 more persons to play. And those 3 persons that are playing should play three times. Three times. If you play 1 time, it's not going to be accepted. 1 time will not be accepted. Play three times. That's the only way we can be able to hit the threshold for our next draw right here on Voice of Liberia. So that's right here. I'm going to take this musical break to be back When I come back, we're going to have a wonderful time on this transmission. So please stick and stay with us, and don't you go away. My name is Kutu.
Malaika, nakupenda malaika, ningekuwa madiwe, ningekuwa dada, nashindana madisi nawe, ningekuwa malaika, nashindana madisi nawe, ningekuwa malaika. Pesa sasumbua roho yangu, pesa sasumbua roho yangu, nami nifanyeje kijana mwenzio, nashindana malezi nawe, ningekuwa malaika, nashindana malezi nawe, ningekuwa malaika. Kidege ukuwaza, kidege kidege ukuwaza, kidege nami nifanyeje kijana mwenzio, nashindana malezi nawe, ningekuwa malaika, nashindana malezi nawe, ningekuwa malaika. Malaika, nakupenda malaika, malaika, nakupenda malaika, ningekuwa majiwe, ningekuwa dada, nashindana malezi nawe, ningekuwa malaika, nashindana malezi nawe, ningekuwa malaika.
And this is the legend of Africa. Her name is Miriam Makeba, and of course, she's been making her own contribution right here on Good Morning Liberia. Sorry, we could not play host to our guest, Obed Jiba, this morning. I don't know, but we haven't seen him around the corridors since this morning. But however, we are here this morning, and we're going to promote the cash giveaway. And I see so many persons trying to make their put in their interest right here. And so you can keep playing. Keep sending in your play entries to star 799 star 20 hash. Of course, play with $200 Liberian and stand a chance of winning 25,000. 25,000. So this right here this morning on Voice of Liberia. 3 persons I've already played. 3 persons I've already played. 3 persons I've already played. We need 2 more persons, and those 2 persons should play 3 times. 1 person will play 3 times, and another person will play 3 times. So we need 3 persons to play, 2 persons to play, that is, so that at least we can be able to hit the threshold and do our next draw right here. The code again is star 799 star 20 hash. Play with $200 Liberian and stand a chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. So this right here on Voice of Liberia. My name is Kutu Dapi Sao. Want to be grateful to Onita Roberts, who has been here with us this morning on the second segment of the program. Although she came a little bit late, but however, she was able to exhaust all of what she has come to talk about this morning as it relates to gender issues in Liberia. And we also want to be grateful to all of our callers, to those smart callers who called in this morning and asked all of the relevant questions and were able to put up some suggestion to Onita too as well. And Onita was taking down points. And that's what I like about her. She was there taking down points, and all of your little suggestions that you were able to put forth before her, she was able to take down those points. And I guess she being one of those lead commander person, especially at the level of the Ministry of Justice, she will actually see what to do in order to be able to utilize or put into effect those recommendations that were made by you all out there. And that's what I like about it. So folks, we right here this morning, we got 6 more minutes to go. So I hope the 2 persons that's supposed to play can play in right now, so that at least we can do our first draw here this morning. So I got roughly 5 more minutes to be right here. So you can keep sending in your play entries to star 799 star 20 hash, star 799 star 20 hash. Play with exactly $200, 200 Liberian dollars, or $1.50. If you have $1.50 US in your phone, you can play with that, and then you're going to stand a chance of winning. You're going to stand a chance of winning 25,000 Liberian dollars. 25,000 Liberian dollars. So this right here on Voice of Liberia, and I hope those 2 persons can play in this morning, so that at least we can be able to hit the threshold and then do our draw right here. We're going to do a draw right here. So as soon as those 2 persons can play in this morning, we will go strictly now and then do our draw right here. But in the meantime, we still are waiting the 2 persons to hit the threshold. We still are waiting the 2 persons here to hit the threshold, so that we can do our next draw right here. So those who are in the constant habit of how you call it, those who are in the constant habit of calling the little children in the community my wife, and referring to my wife or my husband. They want my wife, yeah, like my husband. You got to stop it. Even the parents themselves too. You listen to Onita. The parents themselves too. They need to stop allowing men to call their girls kids my wife, and they need to also stop allowing women to call their boys kids my husband. It's not good. You listen to her. This is where all these things begin, and the rest of it. The people start marking them from that stage. So we need to do everything we can to put stop to all of these things, that are happening, so that all of us can be able to live happily in this country. So what happened to the 2 persons? I hope the 2 persons can keep that interest coming. I said play three times. So the 2 of you people will play three times, not 1 time. If you play 1 time, it's not counted. At least you hit the threshold of three times, and then we can be able to do our next draw right here. So I'm still awaiting you all. I'm still awaiting more play from all of you this morning, so that at least we can be able to hit the threshold and do our next draw. So it's right here on Voice of Liberia. Please stop allowing people calling your kids husband or wife. It's not good. All right. And for those of you who are in the constant habit, those women who are in the constant habit of dressing, to entice men, dressing, overdressing. Let me just put it that way. You're dressing fancy way, and the rest of it, wearing no kind of shakeable skin tag, those skin tags that sometimes entice men a lot. Y'all got to stop it. Y'all got to stop it, at least. And for the men who have temper, You gotta leave your temper. Stop beating on your wife. And for the women too, you gotta leave your temper. Stop beating on your husband. That man you beating on is your husband, and he's the head of the home. If you don't give him respect, no other person will respect him. He deserves all respect from you. So that's how it works. So you gotta stop. You gotta stop the violence against your husband, and the husband too gotta stop the violence against your wife, so that all of us can be able to live happily in this small country called Liberia. Okay? Now that things are very tough these days, there's not a time now for us to start, quarreling with one another. It is about time that we be friendly with one another in our hardship. But if we start every time, quarreling with one another, fighting with one another, things will not go all right. So that's how it is. So I hope to leave from here. If I just can get anyone now, if I just can hit the threshold, please don't blame me. If you people can't hit the threshold, please don't blame me. That means we're not doing a draw here this morning. But somebody needs to win that 25,000 we talk about this morning. So please, you have already wasted all of your time to play in. Keep playing, so that at least we can be able to hit the threshold. We need 2 more persons to play, like I said. And each of the persons will have to play three times. Not just one time, three times. And the system is right before me. The system is right before me. The system is right before me, and I'm seeing exactly everything that is happening. You see that? So we want you to keep your interest coming in. When you play, we know. When you play, we know. When you hit the threshold, we know. If you're done, we know. So I got limited time to be right here. And I don't want to go without giving out the 25,000. So please, I hope we can get those people that I talked about, the 2 persons that I talked about can play in this morning, so that at least we can be able to move forward. Well, folks, that's all the time I have to be with you here, but keep your interest coming in. Lorena Kohler will take over from me, and then later on, she will do the draw. So you keep your interest coming in. Keep your interest coming in. Lorena will take over from me. So, folks, I got to go right now. No time. I got to go. Got to go. Comprehensive. And well, folks, that's all the time we have to be here this morning on Good Morning Liberia. It's been so wonderful interacting with all of you this morning. I got to go home right now because I ain't got time. I want to say thanks to all of you who called in this morning and spoke to your leader. I also want to say thanks to all of you who participated on the second segment of the program when the lady Onita Roberts was here talking more about gender issues. We should have had with us Obed Jiba to tell us more about his investigative survey that was conducted in Bond County as it relates to the workings of Senator Prince, that Senator Johnny Kwehi. But unfortunate for us, he didn't come, and we hope to get him hopefully on Monday or maybe next Friday. Until then, my name is Kutu Dapisawo. But keep the cash giveaway on. The next announcer will announce the draw, so keep listening. Until then, bye-bye for now. African soldier, show your power. Show your power, bring your people now. From political nonsense, your people, from economic growth.